welcome again to another episode of the Goalpost Gossip. I'm your host, Alton, and without further ado, let's get this ball rolling. All right, welcome back, ball roll, and we are back. Today episode, we're just gonna be talking about international friendly because we all know that's what's going on. A lot of international friendly going around, but we're not gonna be talking about everyone because what? The podcast would be too long, right? Yeah. So the first one we're gonna be talking about is Samba, my team, Brazil. The first game that they played was against France, and they got defeated 2-1. And I'm not gonna lie, Brazil didn't look good at all. Um, I mean, a lot of times in the game I see Vinny get the ball, and he wasn't doing what he was known for doing. Like he didn't try to take players on as much as how you see how he did when he's with Real Madrid. Um, and I don't know if it's a case where the players are being protected because they have to go back to their money generated job. You know what I mean? Because we all know there's not a lot of money playing for your national team, but it's pride. But the display from the Brazil team wasn't good at all. And that's my point of view. It just seems like they were holding back. There was fear, you know? Um, on the other hand, France looked flipping good, man. Like, France is stuck. Like, in every position that France played, you can tell France have a well-rounded, known, proven, experienced player, you know? So France is well-rounded. After the red card for France, um, yeah, Brazil did came into the game a little bit there, have a couple more attempts and applying a little bit more pressure because France actually changed their system. You know, they shuffle up the team and trying to defend the one goal lead. And nevertheless, it's after that dismissal, France did win 2-0 up. So their strategy was working and they did it because things like this can happen in the World Cup where you're playing a high profile game like this and you went down to 10 men. How do you manage it? And I think the coach did a really really good job. He put like four in the midfield, keep four in the back, and keep two up. Where every time the ball breaks, because hey, Brazil have to be breaking down the midfield, and then by the time they break down the midfield, they have to go break down the four in the defense, and France is recovering so fast. So it's like always you always have eight, the four in the midfield and the four in the always in the back. So you have 8 men there. You always have to try to pass, nine including the goalkeeper. And then they break out whenever they want the ball back. They pass it back to their forwards, which are very, 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 very prolific men. So yeah, very, very good game. It was entertaining to an aspect. Stadium was packed. Game was sold out, man. It was a very, very good game. And it's good to see that France actually used their stars. Brazil used their stars too. Rafinha get taken off at halftime. I don't know if it was injuries or what, but he was impressive at all. Estevao obviously probably was injured, so he wasn't even involved. But as I said, not a really boasted display by the Brazilians. And I hope that they can improve on that because I am saying Samba for 2026. What do you say? They have another game coming up where they're going to be playing Croatia in Orlando. Yeah, they're going to be playing Croatia in Orlando. So hopefully they can do a much more improved display in that game. So let's see. France is looking good. And talking about France is looking good, we must also touch on the fact that France second game they defeated Colombia 3-1. Doué scored twice, and Thuram scored. Um, Very entertaining game also because we all know that Colombia ain't no roll of the dice. You know what I mean? They no push over. So France is on a roll on their friend in on the international break here. France is on a roll. That's 2 from 2 so far. So yeah, France look like a hard round team. Which team do you think gonna win the World Cup? I'm still saying some, but anyway. All right, quick from over France. Let's jump over to England. As we all know, England is also stacked, and England looking good and even better to us Premier League fans, because it's England. You understand what I'm saying? And all the players there are seemingly proven, experienced players in their positions. You know what I mean? But they dominate the game. They do. They dominate the game. But they only came away with a draw. And it's weird that after all the dominance, England score, Ben White score, like one of the least player that you expected to score. Marcus Rashford did like the display from Marcus Rashford was awesome, man. He had that confidence, he had that drive. He was going, you know. But overall, England should have won this game. Uruguay was awarded a penalty in the 90 plus 4 minutes, man. That's the only shot that Uruguay get on target the entire game. It's just a penalty. And that sucks when you play a game to that high level and then you ended up only get a draw or sometimes you lose. It sucks, man. And that tells you that the ball is round. So, you know what I mean? You just always have to be on the lookout. Doesn't matter how much you want to dominate, you gotta put the game away. You gotta put the game. You gotta find ways to put the games to bed, because in World Cup these things can be very, very, very costly. England dominate the game where they have 63% of the ball, nine shot with 4 shots on target, and they only get 1 goal. Only for Uruguay, 1 shot which came in the 90 plus 4 minutes, a penalty, and get a point from the game. So games like this, you got to put them to bed, or else they're gonna hurt you, because this can be very hurtful in the World Cup. So England, don't disappoint the English fans. Gotta get it together. And we all know over the years, England normally have very, very good team. I posted in podcast prior. They haven't won nothing since the 1960s, something like that. They haven't won the World Cup. But over the years, they've been putting really good teams together. Really, really good teams. And let's see what they're going to bring this year, this World Cup. Let's see. Maybe it's their year. Never know. Ball is round, right? All right, the next one we're going to be talking about is USA. Yes, Club USA, Team USA got beaten by it was Belgium 5-1. So it was kind of a little rumble. I didn't really watch the full game. I watched the highlights, and they were kind of looking disorientated, to be honest. But they conceded 5 goals, so they have no answers to Belgium. But USA is a young team. They not so much experience. Not all of the players. You got some good players on it, some experienced players on it, but still a young team. So Pochettino have it all to do, and let's see if he can deliver in this World Cup, because it's at home, man. It's at home. So the pressure going to be on the USA national team to deliver a very good performance at home. You know what I mean? The pressure is on. They're gonna have the support of the fans. They have the home advantage, so they got to deliver. So it's up to Pochettino right now to get the best out of these players, because he have good players. A lot of them play in the league here. A few of them play overseas. But nevertheless, their qualities there that you need to get the best out of them. And World Cup starts in a couple of months, so you don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. So get it together. All right. The last one I'm going to be talking about, because as I said, I'm not going to make this way too long because it's friendlies going on. The last one I'm going to talk about is Jamaica. It's like, how is Jamaica still a topic of conversation in World Cup? Like, how is it? But yeah, we beat New Caledonia 1-0. Horrendous display, terrible display from the Jamaica national. Yeah, it was horrible display, but nevertheless, they won the game and they move on to play Congo in the playoff in the final, and it will be on Tuesday. Um, Based on the display against Caledonia, which ranked like 160 something in the world, like very very low compared to Jamaica rankings, right? Um, and the display that they portray against that team, playing against the Congo, will be no other than a very very steep hill for the Jamaica Reggae Boys. It will be a mountain. It's gonna be higher than Blue Mountain, you know, and it's a whole different team. You know, the new coach is trying something different. The players, they don't train together. I think this is their first time playing together. They had a victory, but I mean, man, I don't know what to say. Hopefully, hopefully Jamaica can surprise Congo and make it to the World Cup, man. Because to me, I feel like Jamaica are gonna come to the World Cup, and if they do make it, they're gonna get there and embarrass themselves, which is the fans just want Jamaica to get to the World Cup. That's it. They don't care if they go there and get 12, which is oh boy. But we would like to see the Reggae Boys in the World Cup. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see the Reggae Boys in the World Cup. All the Jamaican people would like to see the Reggae Boys in the World Cup because Jamaica need a lift. Jamaica needs some inspiration from somewhere or someone. And the Reggae Boys have this opportunity to give Jamaica the inspiration. They had it. They almost lost it, but for some reason, there's still a little tiny bit of hope. So hopefully Jamaica can make it through. Fingers crossed, man. What do you think? You think the Reggae Boys can make it to the World Cup? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this was just short, so we come to the end of this episode of the Goalpost Gossip. Again, I'm your host Alton, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow the movement because this is the podcast where football meets banter. Until next time, peace.